Shalom, shalom, Israel, brother Amos with the Watchman for Israel. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, to the brothers pushing the truth with strong sincerity, laboring on the highways and byways, making their bodies a living sacrifice, doing all they can for the nation of Israel. I want to give you all a strong shalom, continue to endure to the end, continue to labor, continue to put forth everything you have, and magnify the name of the Lord. Right, to the women holding down in the household, reverencing their husbands, taking care of their children. I want to give y'all a strong shalom. To the young men and women coming out of the world, forsaking the ways of this world and coming back to serving our God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I want to give y'all a strong salutations and also compel you to continue to search the scriptures, continue to see what was spoken to you is true, right? Be steadfast and strong in sound doctrine, right? So today we're going to touch on the Sabbath day. Since it's the Sabbath, we're going to touch on it, right? A little quick. Sabbath 101, right? So this is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, right? In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thyself, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that's within thy gates. For 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it, right? So the Sabbath day is the seventh day of the week, but we got to remember Genesis 1 and 5, right? When that day comes in. This is Genesis 1 and verse 5. I'm on the phone, baby. Get up. Close the door. This is Genesis chapter 1 and verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day, right? So the evening is when your day begins, right? Because when the sun goes down and it starts to be night, that's the end of one day, starting the next day, right? So the evening, Friday night, right, to Saturday night is the Sabbath, right? Everybody should know that this is Milk 101, right? What are some things that we can't do on the Sabbath, right? We're going to get into it, right? Exodus 35 and 1. And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord hath commanded that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day it shall be to you a holy day, a Sabbath day of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day, right? So on the Sabbath day, there shall be no cooking, right? No microwaves, no air fryers, right? No conventional ovens, none of that, right? So the only reason you would be kindling a fire would to be to cook, right? And me personally, when I light incense, I step outside my house or I step outside the school on the Sabbath day, right? I don't want to bring any offense, right? You want to make sure that you're trying your best to keep these commandments to a T, right? Light a candle outside, right? But you cannot kindle a fire to cook in your dwelling place. I see a lot of people using a microwave on the Sabbath. No, what type of witchcraft is that? Right, we will not do that. Right, so no cooking on the Sabbath day. Let's go to Nehemiah 10. Right, this is Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And it reads, we'll start at 30. Yeah, we'll start at 31. 29. This is Nehemiah 10 and 29. They clave to their brethren, their nobles, and enter into a curse and into an oath to walk in God's laws, which was given by Moses, the servant of God, and to observe and to do all the commandments of the Lord, our Lord, and his judgments and his statutes, and that we would not give our daughters unto the people of the land, nor take their daughters for our sons. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, that we would leave the seventh year and the exaction of every debt, right? So there's no buying, there's no selling on the Sabbath day, right? There's no buying and there's no selling. That's very important, right? These are exactions and commandments that we should not do on the Sabbath day or any high holy day. No buying and selling on the new moons, on the feast days, so on and so forth. Right, but we're speaking on the Sabbath days. No buying or selling, no kindling a fire to cook on the Sabbath day. Right? Cook what you need the day before. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 58. Let me go to verse 13. Right? Isaiah 58 and 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy own pleasures on my holy day, and call the Sabbath with delight, the holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, right? So you have to turn away your foot from doing your own pleasures, right? I like to play basketball. On the Sabbath day, I'm not playing basketball, right? Some people like to cook on the Sabbath day, no cooking on the Sabbath day. Some people like to sew, no sewing, no cleaning, no matter of work, right? You have to turn away your foot from doing your own pleasures, right? That's very important. We can't do our own pleasures when we want to do them, how we want to do them, how we feel fit, right? That's wicked, right? We're not allowing any wickedness in Israel, man. We got to correct our people because a lot of our people are new coming into this truth, right? So this is ways to keep the Sabbath holy, right? Your Sabbath should be full of congregating, right? I'm gonna go to that in a second, right? Not doing our own ways, nor finding our own pleasures, nor speaking our own words. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. So once we come back to keeping these commandments the way we're supposed to, right? Keeping the Sabbath day holy, your Sabbath day should be only filled with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that's it, right? Shouldn't be, I went to the court and I did this, I did that. No, all that don't matter, right? We speaking thus saith the Lord on the Sabbath day because we're commanded to, right? Let's go to, we go to Mark. Let's go to Mark. Go to Mark 2. Verse 26. Well, we can start at 23. And it came to pass that he went through the cornfields on the Sabbath day. His disciples began as they went to pluck the ears of corn. And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do thou on the Sabbath day that which is not lawful? And he said unto them, Have you not read that David did when he had need and was a hungered, he and they that were with him, how he went into the house of God in the days of Abiathar, the high priest, and did eat the showbread. Right, so David was in the wilderness, right? He came out, he ate the showbread. Right, the showbread is only for the priests. We know David's from the tribe of Judah, right? Which is not lawful to eat before the priest. And gave also them which were with him. He said unto them, The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. So the Sabbath was made for man, right? We labor all throughout this captivity, day in and day out, right? Doing all that Esau commands us to do, right? But even more, we need to do what the Lord commands us to do. He commanded us to rest. Only a loving God would tell you to rest on the Sabbath, right? Because he finished his work on the Sabbath, and Salaki, he finished creating on the seventh day. On the seventh day, he rested. At the end of the sixth day was the end of his creations, and he rested the seventh, right? Let's go to Exodus or Leviticus 23, right? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath for the Lord in your dwelling. Right? So the Sabbath day is a holy convocation, meaning you commanded to get together, you commanded to be with your brethren and your sister on the Sabbath day, right? Don't be an individual light, right? Reach out, find like-minded people, people who the Spirit is working with, who can help you grow in the spirit, who can help you grow in the Spirit, and you dwell with them on the Sabbath, right? That is the most important thing to do, right? So I got one last precept, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you going off for keeping this Sabbath day," right? You got to remember, Judges 5:11, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. So as we rehearse the righteous acts, you got to make sure that you're trying your hardest to do it in truth and sincerity. Right, it's Galatians 2:16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of a holy day, or of the new moons, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow to come, things to come. Which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Yahweh Shai, right? So we can't judge men because they want to keep the new moon based off the lunar calendar. We can't judge men if they want to keep it based off Friday to Saturday, right? But if you're rehearsing these righteous acts, right, you're trying to come back to the Father in true sincerity. That's all that matters. All things will be corrected when we're in the wilderness and we plead with the Father plead with Yahweh Shai face to face, right? So we got to make sure that we're not being unrighteous judges, right? Because there was a time when you came into this truth, you wasn't doing it the right way, right? You got to have mercy. You got to help your brothers through these things and your sisters, right? With that, keep the Sabbath day holy. Shalom.